I'm Allendale's chief meteorologist Ryan Martin with a look at your midday weather update. This is one of the few days that we run into a couple times a year where weather here actually is going to trump international weather during the winter months, and today it's all about this massive snowstorm. It's hammering parts of the Northeast. New York City to Boston going to be seeing boatloads of snow. So much so that there's concern or talk about whether the markets are going to be open as we go through the days ahead. Basically, what we're looking at here is a big swath of snow, 1 to 2 feet at least, maybe 2 to 3 feet from just north of New York City up through Boston. Then lesser amounts, of course, radiating out from that center of the complex. Winds are going to be fierce as well, so it's going to do a lot of blowing and drifting. Overall, this is the main headline. You turn on any TV station, and this is what they're talking about when it comes to the day today. So international weather is kind of getting swept under the rug a little bit. We're going to finish talking about weather here now as we go through the next couple of weeks and see what's coming. Basically, we have a major push of cold air that is going to come into the country, over the eastern half at least. What this is doing, though, is it's setting up a fairly significant east versus west weather setup where it's cold and actually even stormy over the east, but it's warm out west. I'm seeing temperatures today, for example, northeast Colorado, 70 degrees. Tomorrow could be 72. Normally they should be around 40. So we're talking about a huge push of warm air over the west. This is all part of a big amplified trough ridge pattern. This is going to put plenty of moisture down over parts of South Texas, across the deep south. We have at least 2 systems now in the next 2 weeks are going to be developing there and trying to move eastward. The big question is do they have a northeast feature to them or not? Right now, models continue to try and keep most of the heavy moisture down to the south. I guess I'm not ready to be on that bandwagon wholeheartedly yet. I still think we're going to be seeing some of these pull north, but we're going to have to see the jet stream alter just a bit, maybe not dig the trough in quite as deep over the eastern United States. So model disagreement is rampant. I prefer a model solution that handles the cold air better, which the European does right now. In any case, hard red winter wheat area is going to be picking up some rain at least from I-40 southward here later this week, probably again toward the end of next week. And we're also going to be seeing the coldest air in the country in from the Mississippi River eastward. I think that's probably the best way to look at it. Let's go to South America now, where there are, I would say, conflicting reports about what's really going on. We've heard that one consultancy group down there wants to lower their crop size because of the hot and dry weather in January, but many other people are saying, look, it's been very hit and miss as to who's been hot, who's been not. I saw a map this morning, and we actually posted this on our online write-up of what the rainfall totals were over the past week. And we were 25 to 50% of normal over a big chunk of the area, 75% in others. But I can recall years here across the United States where, you get half of your normal rainfall in a week, and honestly, it's not that big of a deal. 75% of normal rainfall for the entire year usually produces still a trend line crop out there. So I think there's some argument as to how bad it is, and this is going to be an argument that probably won't be settled until the combines roll. What we see going forward here is this. For the next 7 days at least, probably no more than an inch of rain combined over most of the Brazil soybean areas. It looks like it's going to be a pattern that's very similar to what we've seen the past week and a half to 2 weeks, so hit and miss showers, 50-60% coverage, but some moisture around. Then as we go into the farther out period, models, especially the GFS, really trying to ramp up the talk of bigger, more exciting rains, potentially 1 to 3 inches or better, and it hits all of the soybean belt. My problem with that is, just like the GFS tends to do, it never really brings that more intense moisture into, let's say, a 7-day forecast window. It kind of fizzles out. So I'm going to be in the believe it when I see it camp. That's something that we kind of referenced this morning in our online write-up. I'm still there at midday. The pattern really looks like it is unchanged at midday over most of Brazil. Where I think we have much better weather developing in the weeks ahead, southeast Brazil and down into Argentina. 2 to 3 fronts coming through there. It looks like they have great coverage. Now, there will be nice windows of dryness in between, but timely rains, and that's kind of what you want to see. You want to see the rain come through, get used, you dry out, get the sunshine, and on you go. That's what it looks like it's going to do in Argentina. Black Sea, or former Soviet Union areas over in Russia, Definitely looking at some interesting phenomenons here. A huge Arctic high continuing to drift south out of Siberia into the Tibetan area. And I'm still seeing here at midday good backside south flow over these grain belt areas in Russia, Ukraine, so on and so forth, such that I think we'll see temperatures moderate back to normal or even slightly above. Then we're going to cool it back down toward the end of the forecast period. That warm-up, cool-down should promote a little bit of moisture, but right now models, I guess, aren't over the top with moisture totals. Liquid equivalents half to maybe 3/4 of an inch out of the systems about halfway through the forecast period. That's what we have in our midday update. If you've got any questions on the weather, give us a call at Allendale. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin.